The first thing that I noticed with these two is that the setting takes place on the unaired version outside. And on the broadcast version, it was inside. Now, if you watch both of these, the settings what's help introduce the female character on both the unaired version and on the broadcasted version. On the unaired version, Leonard and Sheldon was walking down the street, and then they saw what you call a damsel in distress. Now, the setting is what helps bring this female character out. Now, after looking at the broadcast version, where the setting takes place inside of the building, Penny being the neighbor is more natural introduction than the female sitting on the floor crying in the street, and there's two guys just randomly come up to her while she's on the phone with her mom. So the inside of the building, for me, made it a more natural introduction. I got to see who Penny was before she was really introduced. If you look inside the room where Penny was at, it has wine glass here. So it kind of shows me a little bit more personalized side to Penny that you wouldn't see otherwise. In the unaired version, Sheldon and Leonard both play nerdy characters, and they look like nerdy characters, versus the broadcasted version where Sheldon and Leonard are completely remodeled. They look a lot cooler, I would say. Sheldon even has on the Flash cartoon character t-shirt, which is real stylish, and Leonard has he kind of looks, I would say, more like a high school kid compared to the unaired version. Now, the original dialogue is based off the fact that this damsel in distress needs somewhere to stay. The dialogue has a more negative view on the female character. The female character doesn't seem too interested in Leonard or Sheldon. The broadcasted version, the dialogue is based off the fact that Leonard and Sheldon have a new neighbor. So Leonard finds the neighbor attractive, and it's almost, as I would say, love at first sight. Penny, the character, is a little bit more interested in Leonard than the female character was in the unaired version. In the unaired version, he looked nerdy, but talked a little bit more, I would say, suave. You know, as far as this one, he loses his cool. He repeats himself a couple of times. His nerdy side comes out. So even though he looks cooler, his nerdy side comes out. They made the female character a lot more friendly than the unaired version. As we saw, the unaired version was like, okay, whatever, I'll let you take me out this one time. So it was kind of to a point where you already realized that this character wasn't going to stay too long. As far as the punchlines seemed a little bit more rushed. In the first version, the punchlines were kind of it was on point. But the broadcasted version definitely seemed like it was a little bit more rushed to me. The unaired performance a little bit better. To me, Leonard and Sheldon seemed more natural and had better reactions to the situation. The one part where the girl said, "You guys can buy me dinner," and that's the end of it. Well, as far as performance, that's how I felt about the female's character anyways. That after that one time, that would definitely be the end of it. I was not impressed with her performance at all. They made her character a little bit more negative, and she just didn't seem like someone that would last long. On the broadcast version, the female's character, Penny, she's way more dominant. She dominates way more. She was way more warm-hearted. Now, her performance, it really made me want to see her as a main character.